Hello and welcome to Politics London. Coming up, as the government announces more help for school children with special needs, we visit the cafe that is helping Londoners with learning disabilities find work.
My favourite things about being a trainee is working with colleagues and interacting with the customers as well.
Good to have you with us for the programme. Hello, I'm Samantha Simmons. We're joined for the duration of the programme by Ellie Reeves, Labour MP for Lewisham West and Penge and a Shadow Justice Minister, and by Chris Philp, Conservative MP for Croydon South, who is Minister of State for Crime, Policing and Fire. Very warm welcome to you both. Great to have you on the programme. Now, though, 93% of Londoners with a learning disability are currently unemployed, according to recent NHS data. Research given to us exclusively by the charity Mencap has revealed that's almost 200,000 people. Fair Shot Cafe is a charity and start-up that is looking to change that. Our reporter Jessica Ewer went down to meet trainees at Fair Shot Cafe, learning barista and customer service skills that will help them into paid employment.
Thomas has been making customers their coffees at this cafe since September.
I wanted to encourage them to make more smiles, even when they're in a cafe run by people with disabilities and autism and dyslexia. Feels like a masterpiece, a very delicate, phenomenal masterpiece, and very remarkable.
He is one of 12 of this year's intake of trainees. Young people with learning disabilities, ranging from Down syndrome to autism, spend 12 months at Fair Shot, gaining barista experience that will help them into paid employment.
Before the trainee scheme, I was unemployed for a while and I was working at a food bank. It's definitely made me feel happy and confident within myself as well, and I've definitely learned new ways to navigate with one another.
Jeffrey is one of last year's trainees. Since graduating, he now works at a cafe in Fulham.
So going to work is my favourite. Making customers their day before they go out. Some pastries, that's going really well. It's a good treat for them.
The most recent data shows 93% of adults with learning disabilities in London are unemployed. 70% of those that are working are contracted fewer than 16 hours a week. Over at Fair Shot, 100% of their graduates are now employed.
The progression is absolutely life-changing. We've had trainees that didn't really speak and were a little bit too shy to speak, that really have kind of developed fully fledged like new personalities. Some come across as complete adults. Grants for charities and charity funding is specifically aimed at the bigger ones that have been more established and have kind of a 5-year track record. We don't have that. We're a startup, and that's the reason that Fair Shot exists, because nothing else exists like this. I just do wish it would be easier to do good and to have a little bit more support.
Could more be done to get Londoners with learning disabilities a shot at getting into work?
Well, joining us now is Abdul, who finished training at Fair Shot Cafe last year. Hi Abdul, good to have you on the programme.
Welcome.
So tell us about what you learnt when you were at Fair Shot Cafe. What skills did you learn?
When I was at First Cafe, I was training program young people learning disabilities because 16 to 5. I go there First Cafe because did last year, and I worked so hard there, and people were very good to me. Make coffees, make sandwich. They're the best young people, and I'm so happy with them as well.
And now you're a barista?
I'm a barista, and I get my gym so far.
Yeah, so now you have a job. You've left Fair Shot Cafe. Tell us about how important it is to you to have a job.
My job is so hard because I'm just them. When I get a job, I will feel and get more confident and greet my customers to be happy. Yeah, sorry.
So you feel more confident and more happy now?
I'm happy with the customers and happy with the people to work there. They're amazing. So that's why I love my job so much.
And is it good to earn a wage?
Yes. When I finished when I left last year, because next day is amazing, becoming amazing together, with friends together, with Jeffrey, and yeah, it's good. It's real good.
And do you feel more independent now that you have a job?
I'm independent, I'm not allowed because my parents told me, but I want to be independent and leave my dream for me and working hard.
What is your dream?
My dream be skills and also support Arsenal fans.
Okay, brilliant. I'm sure you'll both agree that the work that the Fair Shot Cafe does and helping people like Abdul is amazing. Has there been too little investment, do you think, Chris, in helping children at school with special needs prepare them for life outside of education and to help them get work?
Well, I think first of all, fantastic. This is a fantastic story. I mean, Abdul, you've done amazing work there. Excuse me. So, congratulations for going through the programme. Well done to the charity as well. That's a heartwarming story, and really good luck with your job and with your future. It's really fantastic to hear what you've just told us. And I think this kind of shows the importance of investing in helping people into work. You mentioned at school, where that's obviously important, with additional funding going to SEND, and of course the pupil premium's been running now for 10 years or so, helping pupils who need a bit of extra help as well. But I think, we've got obviously labour shortages at the moment. Many businesses in London and across the country struggling to hire. So helping people from all kinds of backgrounds and ability levels into work is critical. We've actually succeeded in the last 6 years, getting an extra million people with disabilities into work. That target was hit 5 years ahead of time. And I was talking to the Disabilities Minister earlier today, and he told me about programmes like local supported employment, which is designed to help people with neurodiverse conditions get into employment. There's millions of pounds of funding behind that. Access to work grants will help that. And DWP work coaches are being upskilled specifically to help people with various forms of disability get into work. I think it's in the interests of employers and it's in the interests of society as well. I think it's something that all of us can really get behind and strongly support. Yeah,
Ellie, 93% of Londoners with a learning disability are currently unemployed. That's shocking, isn't it? What would Labour do to help them?
Well, I think there's some couple of points to make here. One, there's a general point about what's happening in schools at the moment. It's taken a huge amount of time for young people to get assessed for special educational needs, which means that they're not getting the support in place that they need in schools, and I think that's crucial. There's also an issue around making sure people are supported into employment, and Fair Shot's fantastic, and it was brilliant to meet and speak with Abdul and hear him speak so passionately about his experience, but there aren't enough programmes like this. In my constituency, there's a brilliant social enterprise called Ignition Brewery, who support people, adults with learning disabilities, to brew beer, and then they've got a bar and they sell it to the public, and it is fantastic. It's really vibrant. It's a popular place for people to go to. But they had to crowdfund in order to set up in the first place. There was no funding for them to do it. And actually, I think we need to look at that and how we can support more people like Abdul into employment and sustainable employment.
It shouldn't be down to charities, should it, Chris?
Well, charities do really important work, as we've heard, but the government is providing funding as well. I've mentioned the Access to Work grants and the local supported employment programme, which is putting funding, millions of pounds, behind exactly these initiatives.
So
the government is helping as well.
Anybody watching who's in this position, wants to work, has a special educational need, where should they go for help?
Well, I think the first port of call should be the DWP Job Centre Plus, where there are specialist work coaches who are trained in helping people. So I'd say to anyone watching who wants to get into work, whatever their background is, go to your local Job Centre Plus. There is specialist support available there starting tomorrow. Make that call. Start the change tomorrow.
Abdul, you agree?
I agree, because I want to say thank you guys so much. I want to say, when I came to a program, when I learned disabilities, I trust myself, be independent, and I've done it for one time for 10 years, because I want to work hard, live my dream to be as government. Government is not good government. Government is good, actually, because a lot of people believe I'm number one young people. For me, it's about coming to a program, getting work, and only one to help people, as a people, helping people and helping food banks.
Well, Abdul, you're a brilliant example. Thank you very much for coming in, and we wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
I'm very happy, and I want to say once again, it's amazing to come here, and I hope that people.
It's amazing to have you.
Big massive First Cafe, and also Learning Hotel. That's a big massive. Thanks so much.
Brilliant.
For amazing both of you to ask me, see people to help, especially need.
Abdul, we've got to leave it there.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. We'll have you on another time though, I'm sure. You stay there for just one moment, but thank you.